And how did you go from there? Because I mean, if we can touch on Saints Creative,
Mm-hmm.
or is it called Saints
Creative House.
Creative House? Did that was that born like through like you finished school? Okay, I'm gonna try business and that, or was that a total
No,
different
that
idea?
that was just like a dream that for me and my one of my best friends had, Victor.
Hmm.
We try to do clothing. We try to do just kind of throwing our ideas out.
Right.
We did that way before Saints. We did something else called Cartel,
Oh, sick.
and it was kind of like
It
the
was.
same idea, like
Yeah.
fashion, throw some designs, and
Nice.
like, but we were kids. We didn't have and like any income coming in. We
Right.
didn't have any like idea like what were we doing.
And what
So
was it? Was it clothes as well?
yeah, it was literally the same thing, but
Nice. Cartel.
back in like 10 years from
Sick. Do
Saints.
you have it somewhere? At Cartel?
It's funny. I was
I want
moving.
to look it up.
I went to my mom's house and I was literally searching my things up there,
Yeah.
and I saw like some tanks that we did. I
Oh,
was like,
dude.
I saw like my work. I was like, oh man, like fonts,
Dude.
like just font, like the cartel.
Comic Sans? No, no. You were better than
Yeah,
that.
I saw. I was like, dude, like
Dude, that's cool.
we've grown a lot from
Bro,
back
but
then.
even that is kind of what you're talking about earlier. Not that it was a failure or nothing, right? But it was like
was
your
just
starting
learning.
point to whatever
Exactly.
you build next.
Yeah.
So how was that process of like from that, like, oh, we don't want to do it, or how did it flop, or how did you drop
Um,
Cartel?
It was just kind of like, hey, well, I mean, like I said, we didn't have any income
Right.
to print, to buy the
Oh, yeah,
shirts,
dude, that's
to
big.
go. It's just a lot of work that we
Yeah.
were like, you know what? Well, let's just waste our money on food instead.
Some-
Let's go out. Let's
go
hang
skate,
out.
yeah.
Let's go skate. And then after that, I went to school. I had already maybe a few months married,
Hmm.
and then Victor was gonna get married, I believe. And he was doing his projects. I was doing my thing. He's like, bro, I'm like, what's up? Like, let's do something together. You
yeah.
know, I was helping out Bianca with my wife with the Waken stuff,
Right.
just kind of like videos and her brand.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he came and he said, bro, this is what I have. Are you down? I was like, dude, this is what I have.
He had
Are
stuff
you
too?
down? Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Like we had like
Yeah,
I mean I've always been designing and like little things that I have my ideas, and he said yes. I was like, what's up?
Yeah.
Do something. I was like, bro, we got money, we got time, like let's start it.
Dude, yeah.
So yeah, we came up with Saints Creative House, and I think from there it was just creating.
And what is Saints Creative House like? What was the whole vision for it?
So it started as in like, well, let's do tees,
Right.
you know, and my idea was like, okay, I don't want to do tees, I want to do jackets, I want to
Okay.
do jeans,
Sick.
you know.
Full on. Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously on a good team, you always need like, hey, let's sit down
Yeah.
and
Let's think about
just
this.
think about this,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And Victor was mainly like, hey, let's chill, like let's start small. I was like, well, yeah, like I guess let's do it.
So he was the one like with in your team. He's the one who like brings you to like
Kind of reality. Go check, like, hey, dude, chill.
Are you the visionary and he's the
No, like,
or
we're
both?
both. We're
Oh,
both.
you're both.
We're both very visionary, very creative.
In both.
But
realistic.
we have our own like, okay, how do we balance each other?
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And I think we have a good connection to be like, okay, this is how I'm gonna balance you. This is how you're gonna balance me.
Nice.
So let's
How,
work.
dude? How is that? I want to touch on before we even grow into like the conversation
Yeah,
because I think that for a lot of creatives, it's very hard to collaborate.
it is.
It is.
Yeah.
And I was gonna ask you too about Bianca, like how is it to be married to a creative? Because she's also like a creative powerhouse.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I've in my experience, you know, sometimes I have a creative brother, creative sister, creative everybody of my friends, you know. So every time you throw an
So-
idea, everyone either knocks it down, somebody hypes you, somebody has like, oh yeah, but you should do this. Like, how do you not quite all those voices, but balance it, especially collaborating directly with like
Yeah.
another guy who's creative.
Well, for that, it was tough. I mean, it's still tough. You know.
So you
There's-
have had your bumps.
Yeah,
on that,
there's
for
some
sure.
ideas that I'm like, and there's some stuff he's like, dude, you know.
Oh man, yeah,
And it is tough, even outside Saints, like working with people, like
right.
with clients, they're like, oh, we want it this way, and you're like, but that's kind of lame, you know, like you got, yeah, like I feel like for Saints we came into a good leverage of okay, how can we help each other out, like how can we decide on an idea together,
Right.
and it's been working for us. Sometimes it's like, okay, let's do it,
Yeah.
let's try it, and then later we see the results and we're like, okay, let's not do that
Change
again.
it
We
up.
learn. yeah, let's change it up. Let's try your way now.
Nice. And I want to go. Yeah, I want to go deeper in that because I mean, I don't know if you watch those documentaries and stuff about like bands when they write an album and stuff. They show you like the good stuff, and I'm like, bro, I want to see a video of somebody writing a song because it's a crazy process, you know. And sometimes we see the finished product, but it's like, how is it like that? Like imagine, like say the name or your one project for Saints, like both of you guys had an idea, or you fully like compromised, like okay, we're gonna go to yours this time, or do you mold each other's ideas, or what is the process?
It's mainly molding. It's mainly Aaron and like just trying, dude.
Trial and
like,
error, yeah.
I don't know. I'm wearing the Saints shirt right now. It's like, dude, how did we decide on embroidering instead of of printing? And it was one thing we talked about. One thing we agreed is like, okay, for the one shirt we're gonna embroider, it's just gonna have the name. Simple. Sick. That's it. Yeah. And it was something that we clicked with. Like that's what we want. You know? Right. Some other stuff that we have designs in the back and the front that were like, I don't know about it. Like I designed it, or he gave me ideas, but I was like, I don't like it. And he's like, I'm about it.
Oh,
so I'm like, let's try to change this up a little bit, you know. At least the colors, at least this, and like I said, we worked really well together. As in, like, hey, okay, this time let's do it.
Yeah,
let's try it out. Or like this time, I'm gonna have full control of design, and you let me know what's up. You know, like I feel like we trust each other a lot in that creative side. Is like, I trust what you create. Like, do whatever you want. You know,
that's
and as I like him, like it'd be like, hey, this is the idea. What do you think? I'm like, yeah, like let's do it.
Nice.
Because I know. Like,
and was there one? I mean, obviously without trashing, because you guys still collaborated good. Like, was there one that you were like, dude, I had zero faith in this one, but let's go for it? Like, do you remember any of those projects?
We made it actually. It was one of the shirts that we did for the first drop. We had our statement in the back, like we believed and everything the same was.
Yeah.
But there was like a certain font, and then we had a flower in the front.
Right.
And I'm sorry for whoever bought that shirt.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But the beginning was like, we had some random stuff in it, like the lettering was whack.
Yeah. Well, the first product, but when you finalize it, it's good.
It was good.
Yeah.
And on my end, I was like,
well, you're designing it, but like you were getting input.
Exactly, you know, and to me, I was like, dude, I'm just black or white. Right. Let's go black, and that's all I'm wearing. You know?
Okay.
So choosing the colors out, that shirt, I believe that shirt was like a greenish, green tone and white. So I was like, bro, that looks lame. Like,
you're full on.
I don't like it.
You had a style.
Yeah, and for that drop, I got my black shirts.
Yeah.
I was like, print them on like my black ones, and let's sell these colors.
You weren't even bought in.
I have it, but I don't think I wear it. You know.
Dude, you gotta wear it. Yeah.
And Victor was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so sick! I love this."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, cool. Let's try it out." Yeah. It was one of the shirts I sold the most. So
dang.
It was just kind of like believing it, like you know. But that's for me. That's an example. Like
like compromise, kind of.
Yeah. Okay, let's try your way now.
You gotta believe in them. It reminds me a lot of the Beatles. I don't know why. Because it was 4 guys, and obviously, eventually, I mean, we don't care about Ringo, but he did music too, right? But like all of them, go. Drummers, am I right? You're a drummer too, no? Yeah.
My dad is.
Oh, sorry. I love drummers. No, but I mean, all of them did music separately after, and all their careers were successful, you know. And in the Beatles, like all of them had their song, and you know who wrote what. So like it's cool, you know. Like you guys had 2 brains, and sometimes you know. Yeah. Like he came up with something, you weren't all about it, but it was a hit. Sometimes you were, you know, into something. I did one in 2013, right? And Cali Pride.
Oh yeah,
it's still there, dude. It's funny because like I don't even know if I have the passwords or not anymore. And it comes out in my suggested.
Oh really?
Like people should follow Cali Pride, dude. I think I liked it, and I mean at the point it was the same thing that happened to you guys. You know, I had no money, no means of like doing a business, so I was just doing shirts by request, you know. And I did sell for like that year. I sold a couple,
which that's smart.
It's smart.
Smarter than buying, because at the beginning we bought like let's buy 50 shirts.
But it's either or, because it's more expensive for me per shirt.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, you still make a little profit, and you don't get in debt. So I was never in debt.
Yeah, no, we were like stuck with the box. So like,
you still have it. You still have it. See. Hey, that's a
regalándolas.
Mm.
But yeah, like little things like that you learn. I'm like, okay, what are we doing now? You know?
Right. That's cool, dude. And so, Creative House, what is the goal of it? Do you still do it? Are you gonna?
Yeah, this COVID thing happened, and
Right.
obviously, you know, everything went down. But I feel like it was a process that we had to go through in a way to like reconnect, rethink, re-strategize our vision, all that. Right now we're doing it slow again, but it's 2020. But hopefully by 2022 we have again another drop.
Yeah.
And actually be a legit.
Sick.
Maybe a store. Who knows?
That'd be dope, dude.
Yeah, we always saw Saints Creative House as in not just a clothing brand, dude. Like everything. Like I said, I was telling you last time, I want to do a venue. I want to do something.
And it's all under Saints Creative House. You think?
Yeah, I think the name for me it kind of wraps the whole project that we have on that. Yeah. As in, like, dude, I was reading Acts the other time.
Yeah.
9, I believe. Talks about Ananias saying, "Hey, why am I gonna go pray for this guy if he's killing all your saints?"
Oh shoot, yeah.
And he represented like Saul was killing all Christians. In the story, I was like, dude, like it's so sick how like we're all saints in a way, you know, bro.
Right.
So that word kind of like at the beginning, I was like, man, like it's gonna be a little bit confusing, like saints,
like it's too churchy or not churchy.
Yeah, kinda? And. Yeah. I was like, whatever about it. But then we saw the meaning behind it. We saw like the creative house behind it, like the second part, creative house. You know?
And what does that represent, or what does that mean? Like,
so I put it as a 2 sections. It's saints, as in we're the people, like we're saints in God's eyes. We're certain people set apart.
Yeah.
And then creative house, dude, we're creatives. You know, like we're like right now I feel like we're in a creative house.
Oh yeah.
So putting those together, I was like, dude, it's so sick how we can implement that anywhere we do. You know, we're saints, we're creating, and we're home. We're together. We're a family.
That's sick. Once you put that together, and do you want like, is that just embody like the entire thing, or do you have a specific goal that relates kind of to that Saints Creative House, or is that just kind of like what represents you guys?
I think it's what represents us. I have my point of view, and I think if you talk to Victor, he'll say his point of view.
Mm-hmm.
But we both agreed, and like, you know what, dude, this is so cool. Like as our beliefs,
yeah,
we're all called saints,
right?
You know, in God's eyes, we're all saints.
That's dope.
We're set apart.
Yeah.
So being creative, like I said, Saints Creative House, we're a family. Like I believe in like, I believe in unity.
Right.
With creatives, and I've told you so many times that, bro, how can we collaborate? How can I learn from you?
Yeah.
And expanding that house, it's expanding your family, you know, and like obviously connecting with others, collabing with other people, just kind of attached to that name, as in like we're a house, we're a family, bro.
That's sick. I mean, I like the process of getting there. That's literally like a creative journey.
It was the Leadership Collective. I think I told you I wanted to do it for only creative people. Okay. And it was a night that we were gonna hang out, see each other's creative work, and then have the speaker talk about how he got creative or she got creative to do this piece, and just talk about that one piece that they did, you know.
Oh, that's cool.
And how they got inspired, how anything to do with the project. So me and Bianca talked about it and we're like, let's do it. And I don't know, we just felt called to go after leaders, like leadership, you know, like in church and school and work, people that are leaders that are not really that are burnt out.